Protective equipment in sports and athletic related activity. Face protection. There is evidence that face guards, mouth guards, helmets, ear guards, and eye protection devices are all effective in reducing the risk of facial injury. Unfortunately, the safety practices of wearing face protection has not been adopted universally by all athletes playing high risk sports. Devices that provide face protection fall into five categories: full face guards, throat protection, mouth guards, ear guards, and eye protection devices. Face guards have reduced the number of facial injuries. The number of concussions have increased because the head is most often used in initial contact. There are a variety of protective options depending upon the sport and the position of the player. Proper mounting of the mask must occur with no additional attachments that would invalidate the manufacturer's warranty. All mountings must be flush to a helmet. In high school hockey, face masks are required with white plastic coating that meet the Hockey Equipment Certification Council and the American Society for Testing Materials standard. Openings cannot allow the passage of sticks or pucks. Additional polycarbonate face shields are also available. Throat protectors are even mandated at some levels. Throat protection. Laryngeal tracheal injuries, while uncommon, can be fatal. Baseball catchers, lacrosse goalies, and ice hockey goalies are at most risk, and therefore, throat protection should be mandatory in these sports. Mouth guards. Most dental injuries can be prevented with appropriate customized intraoral mouth guards. Mouth guards protect the teeth and minimize lip lacerations. A mouth guard should fit comfortably and should not impede speech or breathing. It should extend back as far as the last molar, and it should be constructed of flexible, resilient material formed to fit the teeth and the upper jaw. It is important not to cut down a mouth guard as it voids the warranty for dental protection and could become dislodged and disrupt breathing. There are three types: either stock mouth guards, commercial mouth guards which are formed following submersion in water, or custom mouth guards which are fabricated from a dental mold. Mouth guards are mandated for use in high school and collegiate level sports. Wrestling, water polo, and boxing utilize ear guards to prevent ear irritation and ultimately deformity and injury to the ears. Eye protection. The highest percentage of eye injuries are sports related. It's generally from blunt trauma to the eye. Glasses may slip on sweat, become bent, fog, detract from peripheral vision, or be difficult to wear with headgear. Properly fitted glasses can also provide adequate protection. Lenses should be case hardened to cause crumbling and not splintering on contact. There is a disadvantage to this type of lens, though. It has an increased weight. We may have a polarizing or tinting ability, which can protect the eyes from sun. Plastic lenses, while lightweight, are easy to scratch. Contact lenses become part of the eye and move with it. There are different types, including corneal and scleral lenses. Some conditions limit the use of contact lenses, including peripheral vision issues, astigmatisms, and corneal waviness may limit the use of contact lens wearers. One advantage to contact lenses is they will not fog and they can be tinted. A disadvantage includes cost, corneal irritation, and the possibility of a contact lens becoming dislodged during sports play. There are soft hydrophilic lenses and disposable lenses that are very popular. Additionally, there are surgical techniques including radial keratoconectomy and LASIK, which can both be safe and effective in improving faulty vision. Eye and glasses guards may be necessary in sports with fast-moving projectiles. Athletes not wearing glasses should wear closed eye guards to protect the orbital cavity. While eye guards afford great protection, they can limit vision. Polycarbonate eye shields have been developed for numerous pieces of headgear. And finally, neck protection. This serves primarily as a reminder to athletes to be cautious rather than providing definitive restrictions. Trunk and thorax protection. Trunk and thorax protection is essential in many contact and collision sports. Sports such as football, ice hockey, baseball, and lacrosse use extensive body protection. We must protect regions that are exposed to the impact of forces, such as the external genitalia, bony protuberances, the shoulders, ribs, and the spine. While this equipment may provide an exterior armor, it can also be used as an implement to injure other individuals. So, questions have been asked concerning the necessity of the equipment and its role in producing trauma. For football shoulder pads, there are two types: cantilevered and non-cantilevered. Cantilevered shoulder pads are bulkier and are typically used by individuals engaged in blocking and tackling. Non-cantilevered do not restrict motion and are typically used by individuals such as the quarterback and the receivers. The rules of fitting shoulder pads include the widths of the shoulders must be measured. The inside of the pad should cover the tip of the shoulder in line with the lateral aspect of the shoulder. The epaulets and the cups must cover the deltoid and allow for proper shoulder motion. The neck opening must allow the athlete to raise his arms over the head without the pad sliding forward or back. With split clavicle pads, the channel for the top of the shoulder must be properly positioned, and the straps underneath the arms should hold the pads firmly in place without soft tissue restriction. There are combinations of padding in football and hockey that may be used to supplement padding and protection. Sports bras. Significant effort has been made to develop athletic support for women who participate in all types of physical activity. In the past, primary concern was for breast protection against external forces that could cause bruising. However, most sports bras are now designed to minimize excessive vertical and horizontal movement of the breast that occurs during running and jumping. To be effective, a bra should hold the breast to the chest, preventing stretching of the Cooper's ligament, which causes premature sagging. Non-supportive bras can cause rubbing and abrading of the skin due to constriction. There are different types of bras that are available. Compressive bras bind the breast to the chest wall and are recommended for medium-sized breasts. Support bras are heavier duty and have additional upward support for larger breast types. And finally, lightweight elastic bras. Since compression and support is not as critical for smaller breasts, these bras are more appropriate. In contact sports, additional padding may be placed inside of the cup of the bra if needed. Women competing in ice hockey may wear protective plastic chest pieces that attach their shoulder pads to protect the breast tissue from contusions. Other protection. Thorax and rib protectors and rib belts protect against external forces. Some of these are air-inflated interconnected cylinders or jacket designs. Hip and buttock protection are required in contact and high-velocity sports: boxing, snow skiers, equestrians, jockeys, and water skiers. These are typically girdle or belt type of protection. Groin or genitalia protection. Sports involving high-velocity projectiles may require cup protection for male participants. Stock items fit into a jockstrap or an athletic supporter to help support this area. And finally, shoes and socks. It is essential for proper fitting of socks and shoes. Shoe selection. The athletic and fitness shoe manufacturing industry has become extremely competitive and offers a number of options and designs in shoes for different activities. Shoes are specifically manufactured and marketed for running, walking, basketball, tennis, and even aerobics. It is important to understand that shoes do not last forever. Over time, they break down, degrade, and lose shock absorption. For example, a running shoe is expected to last for 350 to 550 miles before it begins to develop wear patterns and breaks down to the point where it would no longer be used for running. Thus, it's important for active individuals that their shoes must constantly be replaced. The following guidelines can help in selecting the most appropriate shoe. The toe box. There should be plenty of room for shoes in an athletic shoe. A distance of a half to 3/4 inch between the longest toe and the front of the shoe is recommended. Shoes vary in width, so it's important to choose a shoe that is appropriate for the foot style. The outer sole should possess two qualities. First, it must provide shock absorption, and second, it must be durable. Most shoes have 3 layers on the sole: a thick, spongy layer, which absorbs the force of a foot strike under the heel, a midsole, which cushions the midfoot and toes, and a hard rubber layer, which comes in contact with the ground. The average runner's feet will strike the ground between 1,500 and 1,700 times per mile, so it's essential that the force of the heel strike and other foot activity be absorbed to prevent overuse injuries occurring in the ankles and the knees. The shank is the part of the sole between the heel and the metatarsal heads. It's usually reinforced with material of sufficient density to support the weight of the wearer. The upper part of the shoe is known as the shoe upper and is made of some combination of nylon and leather. The upper should be lightweight, quick drying, and well ventilated. The shoe last is the basic form on which the shoe is built. It lies between the outer sole and the shoe upper. The last may be straight, semi-curved, or curved. The heel counter is the portion of the shoe that prevents the foot from rolling side to side a heel strike. A heel counter should be firm but well fitted to minimize movement of the heel up and down or side to side. The arch support should be made of a durable yet soft supportive material and should smoothly join with the insole. And sometimes, most importantly, the price. Unfortunately, in many instances, price is the primary consideration in buying athletic shoes. When buying athletic shoes, remember that in many activities, shoes are important for performance and prevention of injury. It may be worth a little extra investment to buy a quality pair of shoes if you can afford it. Fitting shoes, our left and right foot are not always equal in size and shape, so measuring both feet is imperative. Making sure both shoes fit equally is extremely important. Another important aspect is socks. Poorly fitted socks can cause abnormal stress on the foot. Socks should be clean, dry, and without holes. Different types of socks are for different types of activities. The sock composition can be important. Cotton socks can often be bulky. A cotton poly blend is typically lighter and dries much faster. All of these protective devices are extremely important to preventing athletic injury.